to what I was talking about before. Troops, there's a lot of type of troops, and you gradually get better troops as you advance. If you see, this is Latin medieval infantry. It has defensive morale 1 and maneuver 1. The one I use now, it's Caroline infantry, which has offensive fire 6, defensive fire 4, offensive shock 5, defensive shock 4, offensive morale 8, and defensive morale 6. This really is a huge difference against the infantry I had before. So you really need to, or you don't need to, but you should always try to be technologically the best you can get, because if I would declare war on Lithuania now, they have a land technology 28, while I have land technology 37. This is an incredible difference. For example, I could fight with them by using the Caroline infantry, and they would be somewhere here. They would have the charge infantry, which has offensive fire of 1, while I have offensive fire of 6. So that means one day, actually, well, when these two types of infantry meet in battle, I have an incredible advantage over them. So that's the first thing you should remember. Always try to have your technology as high as possible. If you have real problems with your economy and you're falling behind, let's say that you are, I don't know, Tripoli, or you're playing Sokoto, or, well, I hope you're not playing Sokoto, but if you play Tripoli, or you play Yemen, or you play China, or whatever, the solution is simple. It looks like this. I know this is really stupid, but the moment they, you know, they get over you, like I do with Manchu now, or that I get over Lithuania, you're basically screwed, because unless you're a military genius and you have all the other cards, like you really have superior numbers, there's not much you can do. This was the cause of me losing constantly to the Horde, and then you saw that the next war I won pretty easily, because I just invested everything into land. I jumped by 8 land technologies, and my troops were much better than theirs. So then I won. It's as simple as this. The other thing you can do is increase your discipline. Discipline is basically what, they say tactics, leadership, morale, and equipment were all important in battles. However, so too was the discipline of the troops. Steady troops that could hold their formations despite the punishment of the enemy would prove much more effective in combat. That is true. Discipline is really important, but some people give it too much credit. Discipline is basically the damage. The 136% discipline mean that I do 36% more damage than I would if my discipline was 0, which is the basic number. So if I did if I killed 100 troops with discipline 100, I kill 136 troops with discipline 136. So my discipline is really high. The difference between discipline 100 and 105 is not such a difference as would be the difference between line infantry and, let's say, reformed tertio. It's not such a difference, but it also plays a role. So that's why I wanted to get the Prussian military reform, because they gives you no penalty and they gives you 20% discipline. Also, the Militia Act is really a good one. Quality versus quantity, I cannot really say. I guess that I never could play quantity because of the way I play, but I know that there's not such a difference. If you have quality on +10, you get discipline +1, but also infantry cost and the national manpower modifier goes down by 12.5%, which is really a lot. the cost 12% means that I pay, yeah, I pay almost 8 gold more per month, so that's really high. But if your economy is working well, you can do that. If you go all the way up to quantity, that means your infantry will be 12% cheaper and you will have 12% more troops. Also, the reinforced speed will be up by 25%, which is really important, but the discipline will go down by 10%, which is not much. I personally think that right now it would be more effective for me to have quantity on, this slider on quantity, but I never really figured out the way how to use the extra troops which this gives you. So it's really useful for countries which enter a lot of wars, which need to replenish their troops all the time, which have to recruit and recruit. So Russia, I guess, was really it would be really useful for Russia, but I wasn't able to utilize it well. I don't think it's bad to have a lot of troops, to have a quantity focus, but for me quality works better. But actually, if there's someone who, I never met someone who would use quantity, so if there's someone who's using quantity and works well for him, I would really like to talk to you and hear about the strategy that you use. What do you combine it with and stuff like that. Quantity usually goes well with Grand Army, I guess, because it gives you land force and its modifier plus 33%. That means you can have 33% more troops. And probably with military drill and other things like Euro Army Tradition and Warriors Arms, and basically all the effective things. You can get an ultimate discipline boost also by having a Spirit de Corps 25%, which is a difference. Doing 25% more damage is a difference. I don't say it is not. So this is the basics. You have to really have good troops, and you should or you could have high discipline. The next thing is a general. Troops really perform well if you give them a general. Like a general with a fire 4 and shock 4 is basically a green card for your army. They can go, with a general like that, there's not much that can stop them. Also, this is hard, but this is hard to achieve with a low army tradition. So you can only do this after a long wars, which is not always possible. You can only have good generals if you enter a lot of wars, but you can only enter a lot of wars if your armies are good. And you can only have armies good if you have a good economy. So it's all connected, You should never wage wars as the first thing. You should always focus on your economy first. The last thing I wanted to say is the military tactics. When I started playing Europa Universalis 3, this map mode really didn't interest me that much. I was like, okay, there are some deserts here, there's some wastelands here, there's some deserts, some mountains, but why should I look on it? I want to have the political map mode. Political map mode is really more useful, but during the wars, I do it now. I didn't do it that much when I changed, when I started playing the Prussia campaign, but as I dig more into the mechanisms of the game, and I dig more into, you asked me a lot of questions, so I wanted to know how things work, so I could answer you. And I figured out that this map mode is really useful because it gives you a very good idea about where to wage wars and where to defend and where to attack and where not to attack. For example, attacking Bohemia is a bit risky because there's a lot of woods, and hills. So there's a 50% chance that you will have a not severe but very important penalty on attacking Bohemia. Sudety is as well not a very good place to attack because it has a lot of hills. So again, the attacker will have a penalty. But Sudete is a very good province to defend, because most likely you will have a huge boost there, and you will be able to defend against the enemy. If I have a general which is a shock 4, then I don't really have to care about that, because I'm probably able to overcome the penalty, but sometimes you're not able to overcome it. Like conquering Switzerland must be an incredible pain, because the supply limit is very low. All of these provinces are basically just mountains, so over the time your armies will become exhausted, because you always have to face -5 penalty for attacking, plus usually for crossing, because there are some rivers, that's -6 penalty. You get a huge attrition, and if the Swiss army is not like a 100 years old one, then you will most likely not be very successful. Not to mention that Switzerland is usually doing very good, because they have a lot of good provinces, and they become usually very fast a trading country. So Switzerland is a really good tip if you want to try a trading country. They're really easy to play. The bad part is it's quite hard for them to reach the sea, and then they have to get a core, so they're usually a late colonizer. So another thing you should consider while waging wars and their performance is where to war. Basically, all of my Brandenburg proper is hard to defend, because it's mostly just farmlands. Yeah, like Brandenburg is really not a good place to defend, because plains and farmlands, they don't give any penalty. So unless the army crosses from Neumark, I have no advantage at all. So that's not really a well defendable country. But the good thing is that in the beginning, all these surrounding provinces, were also badly defendable, except Pomerania, which I got like right from the beginning, because Pomerania is mostly woods. So I'm not sure if I make a lot of sense to you, but I was just trying to show you. Also, most of my defeats in Skane is because when I asked for Skane and I put the Malmö army there, I didn't really count with the fact that Skane is a lowland, hard to defeat army, and only 3% of the battles, which is something I cannot count on, I would have any bonus at all to defend it. So I should have really asked for Småland, because that's a much better defendable place for 75%. So in 3 or 4 battles I would get a bonus of 4, or they would get a penalty of 4 for attacking me, which is much more useful. Skane is really not useful at all for defense. So this is how you can make your troops better. Good technology, good discipline, great leader, and attacking the provinces which should be attacked. For example, the ideal campaign against Bohemia would be getting Erz and Ratibor, then Moravia and Sudeti, and attacking Bohemia as the last place. You see me rarely do that, but that's because Bohemia is the capital. It gives you an incredible bonus if you conquer their capital in negotiations. So I'm not usually doing that, but you see that I'm basically trying to defend Erz and also Dresden when they attack, because these provinces are at least, they have at least some chance of giving you a bonus to defense. So fighting wars in places like Tripoli are insane, because all of these are plains. You have no defense at all. Fighting in north of Africa, in where Morocco is good for them, bad for you, because they have mountains and hills. But again, Central Africa, easy, all plains. That's why I just cut like a knife all the way through Sokoto. The only problems, if you remember, the only problems I had was defeating the army in Grain Coast, because there's the jungle. Also Goat Coast. So the best province to get if you want to fight in Africa is Ivory Coast or Cayor and Gabu, because there's nothing to stop you here. But, you know, Inner Congo, this is a thing that bugs me in Victoria too, because all these provinces are colonizable, not in this game, but still, they're really hard to fight there. Another example, if you watched my latest parts of Prussia, I was able to defeat almost an army twice my size in Cameroon, because all of Cameroon is jungle. Yeah, 84%, and some are even hills. So I was really hoping that I wouldn't fight on the plains, and I didn't, and I was able to defeat much bigger English army. I completely destroyed them just because I had a bonus in Cameroon. This again goes all the way back here, because if you had a terrible army, you would most likely not be able, because even one round which they won would effectively destroy of your army. But this plays a big role when fighting. You know, just try to think about it when you make your military campaigns, because it really is important. Okay, question number 7 is not as much as a question, but a comment I get very often in Divine Wind and on my videos or in messages. People comment or send me a message saying, you know, you did this, and I already unified Germany, or I already, you know, conquered all of Europe and stuff like that. And they sometimes comment on my videos and try to beat each other in between my subscribers, saying like, I did this and I did this and did this, and the other will say, oh, that's nothing, I did this and this and this. One thing I want to say is that I really feel good for you when you say that, because it's good. But recently I got some messages from one person watching my videos, and he was like, you suck, I was playing very hard and I already unified Germany. And I'm like, okay, that's great for you, but you have to remember that each game in Europa Universalis 3 turns out completely different. I played 2 games of France I can remember, which was a great example. In one, I unified France, I conquered parts of Spain, I conquered almost all of HRE, and then I had huge colonies of North America. Why not? I played the other game and I was destroyed. And I don't mean this like literally destroyed. Burgundy became very big. It conquered Switzerland, parts of the HRE. It became an emperor and just literally raped me apart in a series of wars. And no matter how hard I tried, I got Great Britain on my side. I got Spain on my side, and I even managed to get Bohemia on my side. We were too weak to beat the AI, and I'm not kidding. So I really feel good for you. You know, when you say, okay, I did this and this and this, and it's great to hear that you guys achieved it. But if you ever make your Let's Play and people come to you and say, you know, you suck because you haven't done this, just tell them to go fuck themselves, because nobody can tell you you suck, because they're not playing your game, and every game turns out completely different. You get different events, you get different you know, chances, and different you get into different wars, you get different. That's what's great about this game. And again, I'm not saying this because you people tell me how you did this and that. That's great. Please comment and tell me how you did your strategy. That's always great. But I'm saying this because I saw a lot of people making their Let's Plays of Europa Universalis, and I feel that if it may hurt your feelings if someone says this. And I'm just trying to tell you, if you ever make a Let's Play, never feel bad because something happened and someone did something someone unified Germany or someone conquered Europe before you did. It doesn't matter. The point is to have fun. Okay, I'm just saying this. It's just a idea that I had in my mind for a long time when I received these messages. Because it's great that when we achieve something, but achieving something is easy in one game, and in other it's almost impossible. Another example could be the Ottomans. I was playing recently the Ottoman game, and I basically collapsed because on one side the Timurids conquered everyone, and on the other side the Golden Horde was not stopped. They just conquered all their way down, and they did it so fast. They didn't focus on Lithuania. They just got Budiak and Silistria, and before I knew it, they were bordering me. So I faced two hordes, and no matter what I did, I couldn't keep up with them. So I had to pay tributes to both of them, so they wouldn't destroy me, and they refused to collapse. So what happened is that by early 16th century, I was so backwards that I just was beaten by the first country that came near to me and decided to do it, because I wasted all of my gold on these hordes and they just refused to collapse. They just did. So there was nothing for me to do. And in a different game, I conquered over the Balkans. I unified the empire, and Lithuania managed to stop the Golden Horde. So I was able to beat the Timurids. I was able to focus on them, and they collapsed, and I had nothing standing in my way. So I conquered the Mamluks, and I became really powerful. But it never happened in the other game because just a small thing was changed. So just think about that when someone sends you a bad message or anything, or that someone in the comments did something sooner than you did. Just well, enough of that. Okay, another thing that recently people have been asking me is that I want to get this game, should I buy it? Is Divine Wind really good? I'm playing with Napoleon Ambition or something. Okay, I'll start with the later question. You always should get Divine Wind, because Divine Wind is like the cherry on the top of great game. It brought things that make the game much more balanced, and the patches Paradox released lately are really great. So definitely, you should always buy Divine Wind. The other thing is that I don't think you should get Europa Universalis and Divine Wind at the same time, especially if you never played Paradox games. I recommend you get all the patches and all the expansions except Divine Wind at first, and you familiarize yourself with the game before you buy Divine Wind, because Divine Wind brings a lot of new concepts, and it brings the concepts of buildings, and it could be a bit more. I would recommend you get the vanilla game, and the best way, I guess, is to get the vanilla game and then each 14 games one of the expansions, or all the expansions and after a month Divine Wind, because that way you won't be too much confused, because the game, I feel like the game is getting harder with each expansion because they introduce more concepts into the game. So you should really think about that, and that's my opinion about it. So don't get overrun by the game. Take your time. Just give it time to, you will understand the concepts. Eventually, there's a lot of things that even people are telling me now which I didn't know. So we all learn. This has a really long learning curve. You never are an expert on this game. But the good thing is that if you play one Paradox games, most of their concepts can be found in other games as well. So if you familiarize yourself with Divine Wind and with Europa Universalis as a whole, you can easily play Victoria too, because most of the concepts are copied there. You will take some time to understanding the different concept, but you will never be a newbie in any other game of these sorts from Paradox as well, or not as well. ever again. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired from talking constantly. I hope you are not breathing from your ears yet, because I'm having terrible time. Okay, question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, question number 9. I would like to start the game, but I don't know about any interesting nations. I touched this question before, and I think that the best starting nation is really Spain. I don't know why, but Spain. People usually suggest Great Britain, but I think that England is a bit boring, and Spain really gives you more different ways how to approach the game. You have, the North Africa. You can colonize. You can get into wars with France. You can try to conquer Portugal. It's really, there's a lot of concepts. So that's the best game, the best country how to learn the game. Second would be Great Britain, but you have to really be careful because you have to have a large fleet. And also, out of the European, if we forget about Europe, I think that Manchu is really, not Ming, but Manchu is really a good choice to play. If you're looking for more of a challenge, I would suggest you play either Bavaria, which is really interesting. Brandenburg has proved very interesting. Denmark can be really interesting, or Holland if you're looking for the trade nation, or Genoa can be really a good country to play, or maybe even Venetia. I also really recommend you challenge yourself with Ottomans, and you should challenge yourself by not westernizing, just keeping the Ottomans as they are. You can do whatever you can, but don't westernize. That way you will feel their troubles in the 17th century, because you will start to fall behind Europe, and you will have to, somehow deal with that, which will prove very challenging. I would never recommend playing the countries in North of America, the natives, because I feel that there's no way how you can actually face the European countries before they face you. So it's just a whole lot of waiting, and then they come and basically destroy you. So, but there's much more interesting countries of that sort in North of Africa. You can play Tripoli if you really want a challenge, or you can play Ragusa, which really I lasted some time, and actually I had a lot of fun playing no, not Wallachia, yeah, Moldavia. Moldavia is really interesting. It's more of a, how long can you survive as Moldavia? I really can say I survived 125 years, and I was proud of myself. And some Russian miners might be interesting as well. But if you're a newbie and you're looking for a good starting country, I would definitely recommend Spain and Great Britain. Later on, you can try France, but you have to deal with Burgundy, which is really not something that always turns well. Burgundy is really not to be taken lightly in most of the games. They can really turn tricky. And later on, well, you can try the countries I told you about, and always you can boost the difficulty, so why not? I think that covered that question. And now a question which I received many times, and that's, how do I change the province name? Well, it's really easy. You just click the province and you click the name, and you say it, this is my province, and it's done. It's just like this. But I was educated by some people on my channel that this works only with Divine Wind. it doesn't work with the vanilla version of the game, which seems weird. I thought that it did, so you can check it for yourself if it works. I know that it works definitely with Divine Wind. I cannot say for the other types of Europa Universalis, so like National, Napoleon's Ambition, and Heir to the Throne. I think it worked with Heir to the Throne as well. Not sure. You can also change the names of the armies in this manner. And you can change you could change one more thing, but I'm not sure which one. I think it was the, yeah, you can change the name of the capital. That's correct. You can change the name of the province, capital, and armies. Also, of course, you can change the name of the whole army, which I did. And I'm thinking, can you change a name of the general? No, I don't think so. I don't think you can change the name of the general. Okay, well, never mind. That's that doesn't matter. Yeah, you can change the name of the characters. I was just wondering, you know. I never really wanted to do that, but you cannot. Okay, and these are the 10 questions for the first FAQ video. I hope you learned at least something. If you ever have any more questions, just please put them under this video, like a technical questions, not on my campaigns, but a technical question, how something works and stuff. And if there's enough questions, I will make a new FAQ video. First, check the already posted comments, and if there's your question, just press a like on it, so I will see which questions you want answered, you know, with the thumbs up. I'm not asking you to thumbs it up because I would have a million of you know, thumbs on some comments. Don't put it thumbs up on the video, just put thumbs up on, well, you can put the thumbs up on the video, you're welcome to do so, but I meant put the thumbs up on the comment you want answered. And if there's enough questions there, I will make another FAQ video for you. So this concludes the first FAQ video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, please put more questions here. I will be glad to answer them. And as always, all the best from me, Alfapiomega. Okay, this is a bonus question which I thought I might answer as well. It just occurred to me now. I didn't receive this question a lot, but some people, I won't name them, but it's really funny. You know, they come to my channel or my videos, they see I'm playing this game, and they ask me publicly, where can I download this game? You say, and I said the same, well, you can buy it here and here. And they tell you, I'm not interested in buying the game, I just want to download it. Okay, I'm not gonna say I never, you know, copied a game from my friend and, you know, downloaded it via torrents or anything, but if someone is really that stupid that they publicly ask on YouTube how to, you know, rip and torrent a game, I really don't have much to say to that. I will never ever help anyone to torrent a game or download a game or rip a game or crack a game of Paradox. Never. I have a reason for this, because I played many Paradox games and they're all great. They're all games I would buy any Paradox game without thinking, because I know that they make quality games. As I said, I never, I can't say I never pirated a game. Who can say that, you know? But as I get older, I realize that these people have only made these games because they have time and they are paid for that, and they can invest their time into making the games. So the least we can do is buy them. I mean, if we all pirate the games, then Paradox would get no money and they would get out of business, and we would never ever see Europa Universalis 4, which I definitely want to see. I'm looking forward. That's my, dream game. I can't wait for that one. As well, I can wait for Victoria 3 and other games. But I understand why people on Pirate Bay and other places said, you can download the game and you can play it, but if you like it, please buy it and support the people who made it. That really makes sense, because this is the only source of income they have, and I would hate Paradox going out of business. So please don't ask me how to pirate their games, and if you really ask me on YouTube publicly in front of everyone, I will just consider you, a person who's not really mentally sane, because that's, it's still illegal. So I just thought I'll say this publicly, because I really had a great laugh out of that question, and I guess I'm not the only one who really enjoyed it. So this is truly the end of the FAQ videos. FAQ video. There will be more FAQ videos to come on. If you have any questions for Victoria 2, please send them. And if you have any questions for Europa Universalis 3, post them under this video. I will sooner or later make another one.